Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope everyone's staying safe and staying healthy. Um, so y'all may notice a couple of different looking things. One, I'm not gonna be looking over here. I moved all my OBS and everything for today's stream over on my second monitor. Um, and so yesterday, I had put a poll up on the channel that and I'm starting a little bit earlier before the theme music began because I'm running behind a little bit. But I put a poll up seeing if you guys would like to see me work on merch stuff, just to see what it is that I do, to create the merch and everything. Now, obviously, step one is I sit here for hours not knowing what to do, looking at the computer, getting some ideas from other arts and everything, and thinking, trying to get some kind of creative ideas going through, and I draw with my sketch pad right in front of me. Once I get the drawing that I have done, I then import the drawing, turn off all these layers. All right, I then input the drawing into GIMP. Now, if you're not sure what GIMP is a free version of Photoshop. I've used GIMP since I was in 8th grade, so literally for years, like 10 plus years, I've been using GIMP. And I've used Photoshop before as well. I don't have the money for Photoshop and everything, but GIMP works literally just as well. So, if you're ever looking into getting stuff and you think, oh, I can't really afford to do this because, I don't have Photoshop, GIMP is a perfect starter out. Like, even if you don't know what you're doing, GIMP is really good. There's a lot of tutorials on YouTube. That's not what this video is about today, but this is just like a heads up, like, hey, yeah, this is what some of the things you can do. You can do everything that Photoshop does and all that, so GIMP is a pretty cool thing. So this is the drawing that I started off with, and you may notice that, and I didn't notice it when I drew it, but one ear is higher than the other ear, and I kind of lurked. I looked at this when I uploaded it. So the first thing that I did was I outlined it how it was, and then I warped around using the warp function. I warped the ears around to kind of shape the head a little bit better. So that's where we're at right now. I start off with an outline, and this way you guys can see I start off with an outline of it. And then once I get all the outlining done, I basically put folders of what all is what so I can organize it. Love the green hair and the artwork. Hey, thank you. I took the idea from Sword and Shield because my character had green hair and I wanted it to be a little bit like Pokemon. So I wanted to go with that. So, of course, that's why the hair looks a little bit like the starter hair that you get in Sword and Shield. But I made a gray beanie because that's what I normally wear. Now, I'll usually just start off with coloring. Now, it doesn't look like this immediately. If I fold this down, I actually put 2 layers in each folder. I use the colors that I want to use, try to fine tune it and everything, and then think of a shading color. And then when I go to this shading color, I basically turn if I can turn the opacity down, I can. Right here, I haven't, just because I used a different mode. I used the HSV saturation, which just made it, it wasn't like bad, because if I was to turn down the opacity, it wouldn't look all that well. See, like, I don't know. Like, I kind of like how it is right here because it looks more like a shadow, so I left it like that. So that's where we were at, and then I moved on to pretty much just the hair, thinking what color can I do with the hair. And then, of course, I do green, and then I just use like a darker green. I come here and I turn down the shadows a little bit, trying to line it up to make it look like how it is. Now, I did that for every layer, and we finished off the head last night. Now, this is why I'm showing you the hair and the head, because this is like I finished it last night. Hey, okay. So I don't know if it'll be like a 2-hour live stream or what, because a lot of this stuff is just gonna be repetitive. But I wanted to show you guys the head at least because I finished the head. Now, one thing that I'm gonna have to do probably is right here. One thing I didn't do: export it. Now I got a file for it. me see if I can find the file so I can export it to. You guys probably can't see this because you're just able to see the actual stuff, not the folder itself. Ow, my eyeballs started to hurt. Okay. I'm gonna save this as character underscore head. Now I'm doing each body part separately because I want to be able to, blow it up and get as much detail I want in it in. So I'm gonna export the head. And we'll let it export. Boom. Okay. Now the head is done. Now another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up over here. Again, you guys probably can't even see that. Yeah, y'all can't see it whenever I'm in the thing. I'm gonna create a new file. Why so big? Cancel. Hmm. Hmm. Now, I'm not gonna full screen this real quick. So once I have this done, I'm just gonna exit out. Yeah, discard the changes because I don't want to change it. GIMP will be brought back up to you guys here in a minute. Because one thing I like to do, I don't really like to start off with any kind of thing. I'll take the picture of the drawing. What I'm going to do is you'll see here, I just drag and drop it. I just like to drag and drop the hoodie because I'm not working with sizes fully at the moment. Now, I am, as a matter of fact, going to be bringing that head that we just exported in. Now, I know, a lot of you guys may not like seeing this kind of stuff. Some of it is repetitive, but let's see, where is that file? Sorry, guys. I get lost in some of my files from time to time. Okay, there's the head. Now, I'm going to drag and drop the head on here. Boom. Okay. Now, what's up? I'm going to currently try to... Well, first off, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to not scale the layer, crop the content to the crop the layer to the content, and then I'm going to move it. Because really all I need right here is the neck. Because as you can see, I didn't really draw the neck and the head on the same body. So just gonna place it right here. Okay. I'm gonna lock the layer, that way I can't move it. Alright. Now I'll lock that layer too, because I don't want to move that. I'll start another, go away, Windows. Okay. I'm gonna start a layer called outline. And essentially, I'm going to do what is said, and I'm going to turn my color palette back to the standard black and white. I like to use the pen tool. The pen tool is probably one of the best things that I use in here because I don't, I don't draw with just the mouse and stuff. I can't do that. So, I've had a couple of people ask me, do you use the pen or do you use... yeah, I use the path tool to pretty much make it. I call it the pen tool. It's basically the pen tool. It's the path tool. But I use it over here. Now, if you can see right here, this is not as wide as the neck that we need. Now, I'm not going to move this neck because this is how much I want the neck to be. I want it to be a little bit of a skinnier neck. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue. We're going to try to connect the hoodie as much as possible. Now we're going to just look a little bit better. Nope. I'm gonna put that up there because one thing I'm gonna do. There. All right. Now, I should say that I should have, I should have actually started, see how big the pin is, but thankfully we have this pass tool, so I'm just gonna sit here and name this outline. Y'all can't see it because of the events thing, but right here we have the outline. And I'm actually gonna start some music for y'all so y'all don't have to just listen to me ramble a lot of the time. Let's see. Now you're gonna see the path go away. I'm gonna pretty much work with the size of the paint brush that I want. And I can just double click on that. Once I click on that, dark path, using the paintbrush. Yeah. Now, if it goes a little bit over, that's fine. Because as you'll see, I'm gonna hit move. As you see, it did go a little bit over. Once I put the head on another layer, because right now, if you go and look at the layers, the jacket line's above it. I can just move this above and boom, it goes away. So that's not going to be a problem. That is not going to be a problem at all. So I'm not going to worry about erasing that or anything like that. We have that. A little bit fine. We're going to get back to the pass outline. Click here, make sure we're on this one. We're just gonna do basically the same thing. That one. Ooh. See, that's a boo-boo. I was still on the character head. Thankfully, I can change the pass, and it's not going to be a bad problem. Start the path. There we go. Now, let's see how well that looks. Okay, you see these little lines over here? I don't like these little lines. So I'm going to redo this one. And it's my eraser tool. I'm going to redo this little mark because it looks a little jaggedy. Like I said in yesterday's stream, this is a little bit just like trial and error. You see how smooth this looks? And you see how I didn't even freaking connect it, so... Oh, I am dumb. I connected it to the other neck. Oh my god, this is unprofessional. I'm sorry, guys. But you know what? I did say this is going to be a trial and error thing. A lot of the times, that's what this stuff is. So... we're just gonna remove those paths. Color idea / suggestion for the hoodie: deep purple or deep navy. I may, cause see, if you guys look up, I didn't put the logo. I just said logo here. Because I already have my logo designed. I didn't feel like I needed to redo the whole design and everything. Cut corners where you can is a big thing. So, I have my logo already designed. I was just going to drag and drop it on there and then resize it. Use filters to kind of make it fit in with the color palette that I'm using. So, I might do that. Deep purple or a deep navy sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Okay. Hey, what's up, Wolfbot? You finally got mod? Which stream? Stroke. Okay. See, that looks a lot better. Now, let's not make the same mistake and put it on this one. I need it on the actual neck. We're gonna put it on the end over here. Up. Back down. Yeah, that looks a little bit good. So we're gonna stroke the path and then hit. All right. Now that looks a lot better. Again, ignore the little mark right here. It'll go away once I put the head on another layer and I put it above all of this. This is just to make sure everything's lining up. So everything looks pretty good. Twisted Jacob, the Pokemon King. Hey, cool. Congratulations, man. Congrats. We're just taking a quick break over here from Pokemon. I put a poll up to see if people would like to see me do, hang on. Hood outline 1. Hood outline 2. I just wanted to see if people wanted to see me do work on some merch, and a couple of people said they wanted to. So that's what we're doing over here. We're just resting for a little bit. And if things don't line up exactly with the drawing, it's completely fine. We can improvise and make it work a little bit better. By the way, do I know who you are? No, I don't. I do know you came into a couple of my streams, though. I appreciate that. Okay, so see, it doesn't fully line up with the drawing, but it's going to be completely fine now. I'm just going to put this right here. Make sure we're on that path mark. We're going to put that there. Now here we can go ahead and delete this little bullet point. You're someone who changes your form a lot. Your name is on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember it. Zora? Was that you? See, that can be fine. I just don't want that being too straight. Okay, I think that'd be fine. Okay, we can stroke the path. And then... oh, not pencil. Okay. I wonder, should I make this like a little thinner line? If I should make this a thinner line, I'll come back and do this later. Like, I'll erase this inner part. Inner hood outline. I'll read like... oh. I don't know why. My phone has been going off with a bunch of unknown callers today, guys. It's crazy. Yeah, they're just leaving a voicemail. I'll come back and do this if I want it at a thinner line later. But right now we're going to move on to the shoulders. Now, I want to keep the outer one. And plus, if I want to redo this little like inside and make it thinner, I can do that too. So again, this is just getting the idea down on the getting the majority of it done. It's just getting the outlines done and then thinking about what color scheme you want. This is a little bit of a jaggeder edge, so if there's a little bit like more jaggeder, I can't talk, jaggedier edges, that's fine, because it's supposed to be like an oversized jacket, like hoodie type stuff, so this is gonna be completely fine. This doesn't need to be like smooth or anything like that, but by no means am I gonna rush it. Now one thing I'm gonna do is extend this out because I wanted to have like a little bit of a crease there of the hoodie, and I can come back and make this crease thinner as well once we're done getting the main outlines done. Now I'm not changing past because I really want this to pretty much all be on the same layer. The first form came and was a crow. Oh, you're crow. And B wolf, sea dog. Okay. I know who you are now. You're crow. Oops. That's smooth as it is already. I don't need to do anything else with it. Yeah, this is pretty much stuff that I do whenever I'm not Pokemon hunting. This is stuff that I like to do. As far as like getting merchant ideas stuff out there. So yeah, this is pretty much what I like to do. Now I'm not gonna go through here. I thought about it. I'm not gonna go through here because I want this to be a thinner line right here. I'm just gonna go right here, here. Oh, every time. Control Z is your best friend. Control Z is always gonna be your best friend in this case. Now we're gonna, and not this way. Here we can do this and this. It works fine. Hang on. Nope. Nope. And no, I want it to be here. That's fine. And a bump right here and a bump in right here. I'm gonna have that little swoosh going in. Now we can zoom out a little bit and then I can just put in a straight line that way and then warp the line how I need it to be going. Like that. Okay. We have this big line now. We can just go ahead and construct the path. Now again, staying on this layer because this is going to be the outside hoodie. We're just going to go in. Try not to click on anything else. And again, create like a straight line. Zoom in. And then just start making your curves how you want. And we can rearrange this right here. There we go. Why? Stop leaving voicemails on my phone. I'm serious. God, I don't even know who these people are. That looks better. You studied for that? You passed with flying colors. Now, a lot of this is sometimes I have to kind of like go with the flow a little bit and just kind of create something new while trying to stick to the original idea, because sometimes the computer won't let me do what I can do in pencil. That's fine. Here, up here, and then we're gonna work on this bump outwards. We're just gonna create, there we go. All right, now we're gonna just drag this little dot up all the way up here, because I can just keep adding keyframes, or not keyframes, but points of interest. Just call you Wolfbot. Okay. How you been, man? I haven't heard from you in a little bit. We're just gonna drag that right there because this is gonna be the continue of the arm. Now, again, I said the arm was gonna hold Pokeball. I haven't drawn the hands yet because I want to draw the hands separate. Main reason, I need to add detail into the hand for shading. Now, I'm gonna need it to be a little bit bigger than obviously just this little box. And again, with Photoshop, I can just resize it down, fit it in behind the jacket, it'll be fine. So I need to do the hand separately. But I need to study how they hold the Pokeballs, different ways how people hold Pokeballs. I've seen them hold it like this, like this, like this, like it just kind of depends what I want to have happen. I've even seen in the older games, if you remember, the Psychics, they wouldn't even hold the Pokeballs. The Pokeballs would apparently be flying because they have magical powers. So it just kind of depends. Construct that path. Now again, this looks like a big mess. Once these white dots go away, you'll see that the outline is actually there. So I need to make sure I'm not on the last bullet point, or else it will try to connect that. So we're going to do that. And essentially, I'm just going to put a point right there. Drag this all the way down here. And then we can start adding our bullet points in. Like little areas of interest, like right here. All right. Bring that back down, bring this back out. Now we're already right. Just this. Boom. Boom. And obviously it's not going to be like a straight edge, so just need to add some kind of waves into it to let it know that the jacket is being worn. If you've ever looked at your clothes while sitting or while, you know, wearing anything. You know, it's not like a straight line, so you need to add like flow into your clothing. Flow, wrinkles. Clothes definitely get wrinkled, especially whenever you're moving around or sitting in weird positions. We're gonna go ahead and start the path here, and this way we can add one connecting to this black line, and then again you will connect it right there. Point of interest is going to be on the shoulder. We'll worry about, well, we can worry about that now. Okay, we'll do this, warp the line to kind of work in our favor. Now it's kind of going to go in a dip right here. We need the anchor point right here. Just go right here. Add anchor points right here. Okay. And then stroke path, stroke path. Boom. Now we have the outside of the jacket actually outlined. Now you guys will be able to see it if I take it off the pen tool. Boom. The jacket's actually outlined. Now if I take the, come over here to layers and boom, we have the jacket. The jacket is there. And it, like I said, that little dot right here will go away just once I put it up here. I just needed it to be right here. Alright. So yeah, and I can erase and add things as needed. Now, the next thing that we're going to do, we have the outline of the jacket done. We need to add the details. As you see, we still have some pencil here and stuff, and I don't know if I'll go with this kind of stuff. But I'm definitely going to be adding like shadows and everything. So once you add shadows and highlights and stuff, it tends to look a lot like what the head does. The head didn't look this good until I added like shadows and highlights in areas of where there's light. So we're going to add that. There we go. Now again, I can resize all of this, and at the end we'll be putting it all together. I'm just wanting to work on piece by piece so we can get this character made. As you can see, I can still move the head around, make sure that the head is actually attached to the clothing. And then right here we may have to do some shaping of the head, but I might actually come back and redo this in thinner lining, so it's not going to be like the same as the outlines. So yeah, so we're gonna probably move our paint brush. Okay, as you can see, this is how big our paintbrush is. I'm gonna just use a guesstimation, and that should be thinner. So now I'm gonna go through and I'm actually just gonna erase. Oops, I'm not even on the layer. I need the layer. Am I making animation? I'm not making animation. Animation will be doing other stuff. They'll be using another software that I like to use. So I do make animation, but right now we are making our character. We're actually designing and creating the character. Animating would be where I can move his arms and limbs and stuff, but we need to have a basis of what he looks like. So right now, not the character head. This is the head that we had done. This is the head. Obviously the head is super big. I just needed the neck so I can line up the hoodie to the neck area. Yeah, I just really needed to line up the hoodie and the neck area. Now, there is another thing that I can do, because if you see back here, it's just like super black. So when I do the inner lining of the outlines, here we had inner hood outline. I'm actually gonna delete that, and I'm gonna come in here, and we're going to erase this outline. Yeah, I'm designing my character because this is actually me, but I'm designing merch right now, and this is going to be part 1 of the merch. One part of it, because I'm going to have it to where my character is holding a Pokeball. And I figured, hey, if people want to see me do this, it'd be pretty cool. I do this pretty much when I'm not playing Pokemon. This is like a relaxing, it's relaxing. Art has always really been relaxing to me. So I love doing art on the computer, and I love doing art by drawing. Okay. Now, given that our inner lining paintbrush size is smaller, I want to bring this in just a little bit more, because this far away, we're still going to have some hood. So I'm going to want bring in this path. I should also name that Beckett outline. We're gonna rename this one inner, can't type word the crap, inner hood outline. Now we're gonna move this little bullet point to where we want it. And I'm going to do the same thing, warp this how we need it, and make it look good. Again, sometimes we have to improvise, because I didn't take in dimensions while drawing this. I kind of just got the idea out there. Now, delete this little bullet point. We're going to move this bullet point right here. If y'all want to see me animate this character, I can definitely try it. There is an open source software that I use for animation as well. Now, right now, we're just kind of bringing this character to life. With, there we go. I think that works. All right, so see, I need to kind of move this in just a little bit more. Okay. Now we're going to stroke the path. Hopefully that line is definitely smaller. It definitely is. We're going to move. See, that looks a little bit better. That looks a little bit better. Now, obviously, it's not going to say logo here. We're going to have our design on here, but we still have some penciling that we need to go in and cover. So with our new size of our, you know, thing, because you don't want it to be the same thickness out here. And I may come in and touch up this part, and this part, and these, just because they're in there. You want it to be a little bit thicker on the outside. So I may come back and I may like erase this and hang on guys, I'll be right back. I have a pretty important phone call coming in. Okay, we are back. Sorry about that. I got a phone call that I was not expecting to get and had to set up an appointment. So, we're back. What we were gonna do, we were going to be designing the inner parts of this hoodie. So, okay, this inner hood line right up here. I'm probably gonna put it like right underneath this path because we'll just see. We will just see. I was on the pin. Right here, and we're just gonna warp how we need. Now we don't want it so close to the edges. We don't want like super round things popping out. We want it to pretty much look seamless. Right there, and we can start this path. And there we go. And here, Control Z. We need to make sure we're on one of these when I do that. And I can stroke the path like once I'm done with these. These will all get stroked once I'm done with it. Alright, stroke fast. Boom. Everything seems to be okay. Alright. We're just gonna name this the details path. Now, I know this goes up right here. I'm gonna... That doesn't happen again. I'm gonna do it like right here. And again, just start a line going down that way. And we're gonna just start adding in the waves that we need. Touch up where we want it in. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stroke that path. Just because I'm gonna want to see where I need to put these other dots. Alright. Yeah, I do apologize if this is kind of boring to some of you guys. But one, I wanted to get the merch put out for you guys so you guys could actually see it. And, you know, see if you guys like it. And I figured you guys seeing some of my other hobbies I love to do. And just generally be a part of like some of my other hobbies. Other than Pokemon, because there's a lot more to me than just Pokemon. That if you guys wanted to see that, you could. I don't know why my screen keeps jittering to the left. I had that problem yesterday as well. So hopefully that doesn't take too much of a headache for some of you guys. It gives me one every now and then. Again, that's not lined up on the pencil, but again, the idea is there. Pencil is basically just get your idea on the piece of paper and then put it on the computer. Control E. Dark path, not selection from path. Rope. Now we got the bottom of the hoodie done. Now the last thing we have left is right here, and then we'll have the details done of this kind of character's hoodie. Okay, we're gonna stroke the path that way. There we go. Now we're gonna, oops, I need to make sure I'm not on that. Make sure I'm on one of the middle ones, because every time you're on the end, it wants to connect to it wants to read as the same path. But what we're actually doing is we're keeping it on the same path, but we're making different lines while we're on that same path, so we can keep things organized. Otherwise, this thing would just be filled with everything, and you can fine-tune everything as you go. So if you wanted to repeat this somewhere, then you could. This is just to help keep me organized a little bit. And then we can instruct the path. All right, so we struck the path. That's all good. We're gonna rename this not death, details. All right, now we can go from moving back to the pin. Now, boom, we have our jacket. Like literally, this is the jacket. We've got the outline. We've got the idea there. Now, the main thing is we need to continue on with the coloring aspect of it. Now, coloring, we're going to want to put this back under. Now, kind of take it back. I'm going to have the head under it. I'm gonna move this back here. I'm gonna have the head like that. Now on the outline, I'm actually gonna touch it up. I'm actually just gonna erase this little part right here. We can do minor little touch-ups. Not anything till we get to the full product. So we have the hoodie here. Now, a couple of you guys put out some ideas. Crack my knuckles. Cam, you said that you would think a deep purple or a deep navy would be pretty cool. We'll try those. Firstly, though, I need to put the logo. So we're gonna put the logo. We're gonna go to where I have my logo saved. And we're just gonna drag and drop it. Boom. And I can tell you, this is actually a lot bigger than this, but it works out perfectly. Now, one thing I need to do is merch ideas. I need to save this, but I'm gonna Pokemon head. I'll rename that other file Pokemon head. Because one thing I should have been doing, and it's a very immature mistake that I'm doing, is not saving constantly, because I can screw up, my computer can crash, and all this can just go to waste. I don't want to have that happen. Quickly, layer, crop the content so we don't have that big rectangular box and we just have this. Move this right here. You love how it's turning out? I think it's gonna be pretty good. Now I'm gonna save real quick. And since we have Pokemon head, we're gonna have Pokemon hoodie. Yeah, that's all this part is. It's just the hoodie. And we're going to save. Now before I export it, I'm gonna have to take this head off because this head is going to be, if I export it, this part of the head's going to be there and it's not going to make any kind of sense. I'm going to have to like turn, boom, I'm going to have to turn that off, and then boom, we have the hoodie. So first off, we need to add our base color. So file, save, just to make sure it's there. We have our jacket there. And as you can see, I kind of did the same thing. See, I've done the same thing with the logo. This is how I made my logo. We definitely had to save. So glad we saved it. Now, do I want this logo to be a bit bigger? I can do that by scaling out this layer, making it kind of like that. Enter on that. So, perfect. That is perfect. We're just gonna name that logo. Okay. Now I'm going to lock the outline layer because we don't want to mess with that. I'm also gonna lock the head layer because again, we don't want to mess with that either. It's not gonna mess with anything, obviously, because we have the head already exported, but we just don't want to mess with that. And again, I know you guys can see like, oh, there's a little bit of like ink right there. Again, it's not gonna matter. That'll be taken care of in final edits, but this is so far looking really, really good. Now, I want the logo above the color, so we're gonna have to keep the logo at the top layer. One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a folder, and I'm gonna create it and call it, I thought it was on the text, I'm gonna call it hoodie, because all we have in this one is just the hoodie. So we're gonna create it and we're gonna do hoodie color, and this is going to be the base color. Now I'm going to size up my brush a little bit, and that should be good. May have to like get right here, maybe a little bit smaller. Okay, I don't want it too far outside. Now the reason why I'm going to have to paint it, if I just take this bucket and say I want it to be like blue, everything's now blue. See what I mean? Even if I put the outline above it, it's not gonna, I have all this outer part that I need, so we can't have that. Can't use the paint bucket. We're definitely gonna have to use the paintbrush, and we'll just paint in around here. So we're gonna do, I think you said either a deep navy or purple. Now I kind of want to see what a purple looks like because I want to get Pokemon Violet, and if that's going to be the next Pokemon game, I kind of want that to be kind of relevant into the theme. Let's go with the purple. Get a deep purple going. Fine tune the purple that we want to get. Ooh, that's a pretty purple. Okay, we're gonna do that one. Now that's gonna be the main color. One thing we need to do though is bring in a darker color. Now that darker color is gonna come in handy whenever we have it as the shadows. So I'll work on the shadows on another layer. But right now we want to make sure we're on the hoodie color layer. Boom, boom. And then we can go here and put the shadow on this other one. Now just because I got the colors, I'm going to save. All right, now we're on the hoodie color. I'm just going to basically fill all of this in. Hang on. My outline should be above this. There we go. Now it's gonna look weird. Crap. I keep getting on the wrong layer. There we go. Now, it's going to look weird because I'm kind of coloring in over the neck. But again, just know you're not going to see that. In the after effects. Now, again, this probably just looks like a 3-year-old painted it. Again, it will look better here in a few minutes. And then we can just take this head. Plop. Boom. See? And just because I really am starting to get irritated with it. Boom. Now, of course, right here isn't going to be purple. This little triangle part, that's not going to be purple. That's actually going to be the skin tone color. But again, I can only work with 2 colors at a time. So let's go ahead and get the rest of this jacket painted in, and we can come in and fine tune up the skin color as well. Alright. I think this is coming along pretty nicely. Oh yeah, this purple is gonna work perfectly. Nice suggestion, Cam. That purple's gonna work pretty good. I like it, honestly, I do. I've pretty much got all of this painted in. And it really works well with the logo colors as well. Now, you're probably asking, why couldn't I just do a big selection and everything? The problem with that is whenever you do multiple paths in GIMP, unlike in Photoshop, in GIMP, it likes to try to connect every single one of those into one big selection, and it just doesn't work out. I'm gonna sloppily do that and come up and touch that up. Alright, nope, control. Alright. That is looking, honestly, that is looking amazing for that. That's looking really, really good. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, wait, why did I do that? Control Z. I thought it was in the paintbrush. Make sure there's no, like, other stuff. There we go. Alright. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. And we're just gonna Control S and save. One thing we're gonna do here is how I like to do the shadows. Now, the shadows, again, kind of just need to look around, see how things are working. Again, I can try to like work with the logo a little bit later, but we want just a little bit like this. I think something like this would be pretty cool. Now the shadows are pretty much just trial and error, see how things are gonna work, and if things work out well, then cool, keep it. If not, delete it. All right, now we're just trying to hide these bullet points in here. This way. This. And it doesn't have to be perfect because anything on the outside is going to be getting like erased anyways. Now, connect that. There's right there. Now we're going to do a selection from path. We're going to go back to our paintbrush. We're going to flip our colors actually to the dark. And honestly, we're going to do this on a different layer. So we're going to do hoodie shadows. Now with this, we can just sloppily go in. It'll only be in the selected areas. Okay. And we can Control Shift A to stop that. I see that's looking pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. Now we're going to add some shadows under here. Maybe a little bit right here. Definitely on this side, we're going to have some shadows. So let's go back to the pen tool. And we'll come up and we'll try to blend these in a little bit better afterwards. I just want to get the shadow ideas down first on paper. So, oh wait, no, Control B is pen. B is pen for pathways. I don't know why I keep getting it confused. We're gonna do something like this, but I want it going that way. Let's have it going that way, and then let's do like a quick sharp, like a little curve. Let's bring that up. And then let's connect those bullet points, and then connect these bullet. And again, anything in the black lines won't show up. We'll do a selection from path, and then we'll do paintbrush, and all the way around. Control Shift A. Nice. It's starting to come together. You guys see what I mean? Like the shadows and highlights are what bring it out. having the flat color is not what you want. You want to have the, you know, some dimensions into it. So we're gonna do more pin work right here, and we're just A, B. Once you know like the shortcuts and everything, it kind of makes a little bit of a difference. And we're gonna, its shadows are kind of like right here, so I'm gonna move this like there, and we're gonna have a little bit of that room right there. Okay. Section from paint. All right. How's that looking, guys? That looking pretty good? That looking pretty good? I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Okay. Okay. I may not be able to finish this. The purple. Yeah, that was Cam's idea. He said like a deep violet or like a deep navy, and I was thinking maybe violet because of scarlet and violet. Have it correlate with it. Well, this works. This works with the color scheme, so it'll be fine. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I like to do. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this all up on stream today, guys, because this does take quite a while. A lot of it is trial error. Let me show you guys what I like to do to kind of get this kind of like blend in a little bit better. I like to use this smudging tool. I'll like turn it down for a little bit, but it's just to make it have the appearance of a shadow. See how that's a little feathered out? And you see how that looks compared to this harsh line? We can get back and we can try to touch it up. And it makes it have the appearance of it being actual clothes. I definitely take my time with it and everything. That's what I like to do, because if I find like any other lines can be a little bit smudged out a little bit, I just like to do it around the lines and everything, because you see it looks so much better than this harsh line. It just makes it look more like an actual shadow. Now, another thing you can do is to make this change drastically is just boom, turn down the opacity, shadows. I keep the opacity turned all the way up so I can see when I'm spudging it out, like how much it's gonna be. But when you turn down the opacity for it, it gives the effect of it being a shadow. That's why I do the shadows on different layers, and boom, now you have this completely full looking design. Now, I'm not gonna fully do the shadows and everything. It's basically just the same exact thing. I'm probably gonna have to try to work on this a little bit more later tonight, but I do have some other places I do need to head out to today. So, you know, an hour and 19, not bad. Give you guys out some content, but to show you guys what I actually like to do. And you guys had some input on the merch as well. It's purple. Like, I like it. If you guys have any other ideas, maybe consider telling me how I should have my character hold the Pokeball. Should I draw it with his hands doing this way? Should I do it this way? Should I do it this way? Or my other hand would be better. Should I hold it like this way, this way, this way, or this way? Or should I make my character a freaking psychic and have him be able to have it floating up with like a little ball like they do in the older games? I don't know. You guys let me know. But I'm going to save right here so I don't lose any of my progress. And so, yeah, so this will be the jacket. I'll show you guys the finished product of it tomorrow in the live stream, but we'll probably be back to Pokemon playing tomorrow. I just needed to take a small break from video games and everything today and pretty much just work on some stuff that I like to work on. So I don't think I'll have to do too much with the logo on the hoodie because I think it looks fine just the way it is, because this is the same way I made the logo for the skull. And again, this takes a lot longer than just like an hour, but you know, trying to make sure you get all this done. And then of course, like, I got to come up in here and then I got to like repaint in the skin layer right here, and then I got to like find a way to connect these a little bit better. Like, what I mean is character head, I have to find a way to kind of like connect the like that. And then kind of, well, I mean, I guess that kind of works. And then just use like the erase tool very carefully. That way it kind of connects to the neck. We have the hood, and then of course I just got to paint like that little a little thing right there. Like if I really wanted, I could do this and then flip it. Okay, paintbrush, and then, oh, I can't do it on the folder part. I need it on the color part. Okay, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna color pick it. Boom. Eraser. Oops. Alright. That's essentially how I would do the hood. And then all of this combined together will be like the full hoodie. So, and I can shrink down the hoodie, enlarge the head a little bit, make the hands fit. You know, all of that will be in the post-productions after we get everything designed, shaded, on the digital, from paper onto the screen. So we can do that later. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like how this is looking so far? Do you think it looks pretty cool? Go ahead and save it again. If you guys like everything that you saw today and y'all want to see me work on merch a little bit more, let me know in the comments down below, or let me know in chat if you're watching live. If you guys would be interested in buying this kind of stuff, once this is all done, I'll make sure to put this up on the merch store. You can check out all my other merch in the description. The merch is the second link you'll see. It'll say donation merch. You can check out the merch link, check out any of the stuff I have over there. I have like hoodies, I've got snapbacks, I've got tumblers, I've got a lot of stuff over there. So if you guys want to check that out, it'll help support the channel and you get some pretty cool looking stuff out of it. So with all that being said, I'm going to be hopping off here, guys, because I have a lot of shading I got to get done on this hoodie, but I've got a couple of other places I need to go today before places start closing down. And yeah, I'm going to be working some more on this later tonight. I should see you guys tomorrow. We'll be doing a Pokemon stuff. If I have the hoodie done by tomorrow, I'll let you guys see it. I haven't even drawn the hands and everything, but because I've been studying how I should, how I should have my hands, because I got to design 2 of them. So let me know how y'all, what y'all think about that. If y'all think it's going to look pretty cool, let me know. I'll see y'all in the next video. Stay safe, stay healthy. If you haven't already, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and follow me on Twitter and stuff like that. I will see y'all later. Stay safe. Peace.